This is the AdHero Podcast, the podcast that reveals marketing tips, trends, and techniques by industry experts, insiders, and influencers. For years, AdSymble has helped businesses develop and launch campaigns to amplify their message, establish authority, and earn their lion's share of the market. This podcast will help you design and supercharge your plan to make an impact with valuable lessons you can apply in your business today. To get more information or start now, visit AdSymble.com. That's AdSemble.com. Let's get started.
Welcome back to the AdHero Podcast bonus episode here with Tom Geary, Creative Director of the School of Thought Ad Agency. And Tom, Gino and I just got to know, you mentioned on the main pod episode that you guys at School of Thought have done some outdoor, out-of-home billboard ads. We got to know, what is one of the craziest types of campaigns that you've done utilizing an outdoor billboard?
We did a campaign for North Lake Tahoe tourism, and they really wanted to hammer home. They really wanted to make an impact in the city. You know, North Lake Tahoe was getting kind of taken for granted by the locals, and so we were just like, you know, working and living in the city. Summers in the city suck. And, you know, it's like you run around and you see all the tourists bundled up in the fleece, and, you know, it's because of the fog. And so that was our insight. And we thought, God, it's true. It's an amazing city, one of the best in the world, but it sucks in the summer. So that was the nugget of our campaign. So we had these shots of the city, like blanketed in fog. And it was like, don't call it Frisco or summer. And then it was like, you know, get a real summer, go to North Lake Tahoe. Nice. And then we had a picture of a guy hitting a golf ball into like a bank of, you know, you couldn't see the course. It was just totally fogged in, and same, you know, it'll clear up in November. And you know, and so we did all this stuff, and it blew up, you know, tons of social media. The mayor's office was pissed off about it. But it made an enormous impression. And, you know, we won Best of Show, I think, at the SF Ad Show or something for it. It was, you know, so it's a lot of fun to come up with really strong creative that will just stop people in their tracks. We did something else for the Clean California kind of initiative about clean energy. And one of the things that people don't know about is that gas stoves are actually really dangerous from a health standpoint. The combustion in a kitchen goes down, and so little kids who are crawling around get asthma at a much 5 to 10 times higher rate than normal population. A normal kitchen would not pass OSHA standards if it were a commercial kitchen. So I didn't know it, and you know, I know that many of us love our gas stoves, but from a health standpoint, it's bad news. So we're trying to get people to think a little differently. And so we had this billboard with a giant gas stove that was smoking, and the headline was, "There's nothing natural about natural gas." Wow. And you know, it's just, you got to get people to kind of stop, and you know, and you're not going to tell the whole story, but it's like, right, you want to start making the impression that, wait, this thing that I've heard about that sounds natural is not so great for me.
Wow, that's so cool. Thank you for sharing. That's a great. Those are some great examples right there, utilizing the medium.
Tom, you know, you're talking about ads and stopping people in their tracks, and totally agree with that. I'm noticing a thing in the last year or so, especially on some of the products that we have here at AdSymble, like programmatic, where there is, it seems to me, and no one, well, at least no one I know ever brings this up, but it seems to me that there is a difference between content and advertisement. And I'm kind of thinking, as the years progress, having actual content up there to kind of entertain someone, but still getting a message across to advertise seems really effective, as opposed to an advertisement that says, this is the company, this is who we are, find us this location, or buy this product. Am I just hearing things and seeing things, or is that a real thing?
Oh, it's a real thing, Gino. I don't think though that it's, for a lot of us, this isn't like a new development. I mean, like one of the fathers of sort of San Francisco advertising was this guy named Howard Gossage, and he used to say, people read what interests them. Sometimes it just happens to be advertising. I hate advertising. Everybody hates advertising, but there's an opportunity for me to do something that will make you laugh or cry or, sit back in your chair, drop your mouth open. We can do that with storytelling, with content, with emotion, very effectively. So I've always viewed it as more of a content play that's strategic and thoughtful. And, you can't walk up to a woman at a bar, and write your number in giant letters that says, call me. That doesn't work, right? You can't lead with the hook. Selling, nobody likes to be sold to. So you've got to engage, and kind of move through the progression.
Interesting.
Excellent advice.
Nice. And one.
And I know the call me thing because I tried, and I'm kidding.
See, you have a data point there.
One quick follow-up question for you here. You're a Bay Area guy, is that correct? Born and raised? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm currently living 4 blocks from my elementary school.
Nice. Yeah. What's your thoughts on the status of California? I mean, it's you keep reading about it, that it's getting more and more expensive to live here. Pricing's going up. People are seemingly fleeing the state and moving to other places in the United States where the housing might be more affordable, cost of living might be cheaper, etc. Is there hope for California? What do you say?
Wow, that's a tough one. It's such a great place. It's like I was in Florida and North Carolina recently, and those are great states too in their own way, but humidity, everyone's got every place has issues.
Yes.
Right. Natural, environmental, cultural, whatever. Every place has issues.
Sure.
For
the
me,
fine folks in Montana.
What's that?
Except for the fine folks in Montana.
Except for the fine folks in Montana.
No, it's a joke, right? Like Montana would be like the one place you can
go. And the guy in Buffalo, New York that we slighted.
And the guy in Buffalo, New York. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. But no, every place has issues, and you just kind of take the good with the bad, I guess. So it's sorry for the answer, non-answer.
Okay.
I know returning to the White House press podium. Yeah,
that's right. No, hey, personally, it's the weather that keeps me here.
Right.
If it weren't for the weather, I'd be gone.
For me, it's the being in the Bay Area, also being a Bay Area guy. It's the access to the beach 20 minutes away in Santa Cruz, and then the slopes in the wintertime, Tahoe, as you mentioned, maybe an hour away or so. And then all the other times in between, 70 degrees, blue skies. I mean, you can't beat it.
Right.
It really.
By the way, Matthew, I'm not driving with you. If you're getting to Tahoe in an hour, I'm going to take the bus, dude. That's just crazy.
Yeah, I'll revise. In post, we're going to edit that. In post-production, we'll edit that. You'll hear me go, a dubbed-in voice will be like
3 hours. Yeah.
Don't worry, Tom. You and I will take the casino junket. We get drinks on there, food. Exactly. It's all good.
Well, thank you so much, Tom. We really appreciated you hanging out for a bonus episode here, giving our audience a little bit more insights about you. And one more time, where can people find more about you and the School of Thought?
So we're at schoolofrock.com. No, I'm kidding. School of Thought. About once a month, somebody calls us School of Rock and or asks us about our lesson plan. But it is schoolofthought.com and also School O Thought on Instagram.
School O Thought on Instagram. Okay, awesome. Excellent. Thank you again, Tom. We appreciate you coming on the AdHero podcast and joining us in the Watchtower and sharing your superpowers with our listening audience.
It was my pleasure. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Back to the air conditioning.
There we go.